Welcome, everyone. I'm Dr. Cija Ebeling, and we're live tonight on the Mystical Mind Exchange. I'll let you introduce yourself, Holly.
Hang on 1 second, I'm getting my stuff together. I am Holly. I am a Reiki master and lots of other things that you'll find out about later.
Yeah, tonight's just a casual conversation about the chakras and a little bit how we got into what we do to support ourselves. So, as Holly was saying, things that she's done, my Ph.D. is in holistic life counseling. And under that umbrella, I am also a clinical hypnotherapist, a sound therapist, past life regressionist. And I also am probably like, I would guess, or not guess, I would say a hobby herbalist. It's not a full-time thing. I just create pain salves and other tinctures for my family. And I do sell my products on Etsy and in the community right now. My Etsy shop is empty because I am creating some new stuff right now. So Holly, how'd you get into Reiki?
Oh, that's a long story.
Well, I got time.
We got some time, don't we? So back, I don't really know exactly how it came about. I do know that my mom's cousin, she was a Tai Chi instructor, and I started doing sessions with her every other day. So I noticed that when I was doing the Tai Chi, my hands would start to burn, tingle, heat up. I really thought that something was wrong with me. Like maybe I was having an allergic reaction to something. So fast forward, she said, well, Holly, during Tai Chi, we are harvesting energy. So every time I was doing this, I was harvesting energy and I was feeling the energy in my hands. And this has happened to me really a long time. So she said, well, why don't you look into Reiki? Because her mother, which would be my mom's aunt, had healing hands. She was in a healing hand group. And she said, well, why don't you look into Reiki? And I said, well, what? I've heard of it, but I don't know what it is. So I did. And the first attunement verified that that's what I was feeling in my hands, because when I received the attunement, my hands heated up. So that is how that got started. Plus, really my love for humanity, for healing and helping people heal themselves.
Same passion that I have too. This is probably why we get along so well.
Right.
So how Holly and I met, actually, Holly was one of my past life regression clients. And then we also discovered having past lives together. And so we might talk about that in another session down the line, but just the remembrances and the flashbacks have just been so surreal. It just, yes. When you can remember that much about other lifetimes together.
That's right.
That soul recognition, it's just so powerful.
Hey, Mariah.
Seeing someone in the chat there.
I see Mariah's in there.
Okay, so we are really live.
We are really live.
All right, this is our first live for anyone watching this. So there might be a little nerves here and there, just ironing them out. The more we do this, the better we'll get at it. But appreciate you for tuning in and watching this, getting to know us a little bit as we just basically have a conversation. But what we wanted to talk about tonight are the energy centers, your chakras, and what happens when they're out of balance, kind of. And this is what we use. I'm also Reiki master teacher. I don't practice it in the traditional sense. So I don't usually introduce myself as that. I'm more sought out for my past life regression work, but doing Reiki, though, we do focus on each of the energy centers. And so this is why we wanted to talk about it so bad, because this can help people's minds think differently from a different perspective. Or maybe you are unaware that you have an imbalance in your energy centers. But tonight, after hearing what we're going to talk about, you'll probably have a better idea of what's going on with your body if you're having issues right now. So we will start out with the root. Do you want to talk about
the root chakra? It's the chakra that's at the base of your spine. It's associated with the color red. Imbalanced. You are ungrounded.
Yeah, you feel disconnected.
You are not secure. You are not feeling any sense of security.
Got a lot of fear going on when it's out of balance. You just don't feel safe.
That's
You're
right.
kind of flighty.
Repeated losses. I think you probably manifest those repeated losses.
Yes,
with your security being kind of wacky.
Yes, this is where also the victim mindset happens in the root as well. We were talking about that before we started live tonight. So
yeah,
that I learned something.
Also, a lot of people are overly humble and apologetic. So, when someone comes up to you and they're like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry." But you're like, "Why are you saying this?
Why are you sorry? It's not your problem."
It's it's their insecurities and their root chakra is absolutely not balanced.
Yeah. So some physical dysfunction that you might feel when your root chakra is out of balance are some chronic lower back pain, sciatica, varicose veins. You might have rectal tumors, cancer, hemorrhoids. What's that?
Legs.
Yes.
Feet.
Leg issues, arthritis in the knees, degenerative arthritis, problems with depression, immune-related disorders, and weight problems.
And teeth.
Oh, yes. The teeth, because your teeth have roots.
Right. And your teeth.
I know it's
crazy to associate the root chakra with all the
something
way
up higher. Yeah.
But that's a thing.
That's right. So some possible blocks.
Hey, Cindy. Welcome.
Welcome in. Some energy blocks for the root chakra would be fear of being alive and feeling a lot of guilt.
Right.
So some of the things that we do to help correct the imbalances, if you're not able to get out and have a sound bath, you can certainly wear the colors associated with the chakra. So root is red, and you can wear red clothing, or you can throw red throw pillows on your couch, or just put little things here and there throughout the house that are red. But you can also use crystals. Some really good crystals for the root would be the grounding crystals, the obsidian, the hematite, the ruby, the red jasper. Yes, there's a obsidian there. This is hematite.
Yep, that's beautiful.
Every time I have someone I ask people what they want to hold when they're doing past life regression, and this one seems to get really, really, really heavy, really fast. And my clients are like, "Oh, I need to let go." I'm like, "That's fine. You can let go. You're not connected. It's okay."
Yeah.
It's just to help you keep in the current moment, really.
Right.
Red jasper. Stones that are red are really good for the root energy center. So if you don't know what the chakras are, it's same thing, energy center. So a lot of times people don't know the association. So this is why we'll talk about it interchangeably, the language there. See, some physical body parts that will be affected when you're out of balance would be the base of the spine, the legs, bones, feet, rectum, immune system, large intestine, teeth. Yeah, we kind of went over that too. And really, do you have a really good affirmation for this, Holly, for the root?
The root. Let's see. What would be a good root chakra that would be general? I am grounded.
Yes, I'm safe.
I am grounded. I am safe. I
am.
I am is a good one. But the feeling of, my problem when my root chakra was out of balance, and it has been, it's grounding. It has been grounding. people need to learn how to ground.
I take barefoot hikes, or I'll go outside and just go barefoot. You're just connecting straight to the earth. Ground, you're pressing your soul against the earth. So,
That's it.
and the negative charge of the earth pulls the negativity right out of you too. So if you're depressed, definitely go out for a walk in your lawn if there's no stickers or, you know, little burrs or something, but some nice grass or sand. Go to the beach, put your feet in some water. Water is also very grounding too. So water's a living being, so connect with
It makes a lot of
water.
sense. In Reiki, we learned that the bottoms of our feet are also connected to our chakra centers.
Yep.
So that would make sense.
Yeah. So what's next?
Chakra. Next chakra. Sacral chakra.
Sacral chakra. So it's right above the tailbone, but below the navel, right in that center.
It's really like in your reproductive, when you think of reproduction area,
Womb.
That area, that's where it's located.
Yeah, the sexual organs. Yes. So the color associated with the sacral would be orange. And this is your creative center. Yes. So Holly is showing you the carnelian. This is a really good crystal to help bring that back into balance. So when you're feeling, let's see, some mental, emotional issues associated with the sacral would be feeling guilt and blame, maybe some money issues, sexual issues like sexual trauma, rape, loss of power in your relationships, lack of creativity. Yeah. See, some physical dysfunctions could be chronic lower back pain, sciatica, gynecological problems, pelvic pain, impotence, frigidity. I said it right this time.
You did say it.
Uterine, bladder, and kidney problems.
Right.
Those are all associated with that area there. So, but yes, like Holly was showing you, the carnelian is really good, like an orange stone, an orangey red color, even.
Eat orange. Eat something orange.
Wear orange, eat orange foods, just like with the root, eat red foods like berries or an apple, you know, just red peppers, anything that's of the color of each of the chakras. So
that's right.
I was always taught to eat the rainbow every day to stay in balance. And
hey, Crystal.
We weren't talking about the Skittles.
Crystal says the sand in the ocean is where she grounds.
That's amazing.
Yes.
I love that because
yes.
I wish I was nearby that. I was last year and I did that, but yeah, definitely going to do that sometime this year in North Carolina.
There's Jessie. Hey, Jessie.
Thanks for joining in, everyone. We're glad that you're here joining us. Feel free to write any comments. If you have questions about the chakras or the energy centers that we're going over, we would love to answer your questions so that to help educate you and help you with understanding what's going on in your body. Let's see, some really good an affirmation for the sacral chakra would be, let's see, I feel, I create. You have any, Holly?
Girl, you got me right this second. What is my problem? It's going live for the first time. My brain says.
We told everyone we'd probably be nervous the first time around. This is your first time going, like, well, no, you went live with on the
Fearless Floyd show.
Yeah, so
I did.
This isn't your first rodeo. Come on now.
It is not.
Suck it up, Buttercup.
Truth.
Let's see.
Is it I am enough?
That can be for any of them, yes. I am enough is probably more for solar plexus, but
I think you're
can
right on that
certainly
one.
can certainly be
Yeah.
used for any of them, especially the heart too. The heart and the solar, that's a really good one for those two.
Yeah.
So did we the orange stone? Yeah, the carnelian. I don't have any orange here with me. My carnelian's at home. It's a big old chunk, so I didn't want to bring it in my purse. So the
Oh,
next, what's the
so
matter?
Jessica, oh, sweetie. So she did her Reiki today in her garden, and the grounding was powerful. Holly is helping me change my life.
Dang, that is amazing.
Oh my gosh.
Such validation. That's so important to hear that as one that's a catalyst for healing in others. So that's amazing.
Yeah, it is.
So proud of you.
I love her. I've known her since she was a little girl. Yes. She's sweet.
So next up would be
Solar.
solar plexus, which is right above the navel, but below the rib cage. This is your confidence center. What color is this again? Did
Yellow.
we say yellow already?
It's yellow.
Yellow. Yeah, this is your confidence center, willpower. So you have, what is that?
Citrine. Yellow citrine.
This is my natural, my husband found this in the mountains for me, this natural yellow crusty citrine.
That is beautiful though. I like the natural one.
It does look like, it's look like a scab,
It does not.
but I love it though. It's in my office and it helps. It does. It's very helpful. Why did I say scab? Oh my gosh. Oh, my husband's gonna.
Yeah, you're
I
gonna
didn't
get
take that
it.
off because it looks like a scab. It's
You're
not a
gonna
scab. It's a very powerful crystal that helps with bringing balance to the solar plexus. So some see some blocks in the solar plexus that you'll feel is stuffed and repressed anger,
anger.
anger issues, control, especially in areas related to power. Let me think. Some mental and emotional issues would be lack of trust, fear, intimidation, lack of self-esteem, lack of self-confidence, lack of self-respect, lack of care of self and others, having difficulty making decisions. Oh man, that's me. I'm calling myself out here. Sensitivity to criticism and
Okay, don't you make me start. Don't you make me start.
some body parts that are associated with solar plexus. Do you want to take that?
It's your abdominal area. It's
Yeah.
Your liver, your colon,
Gallbladder, spleen,
gallbladder, anything that has to do with the gastro system.
pancreas. Yes. So some physical dysfunctions are arthritis, ulcers, intestinal problems, diabetes, chronic or acute indigestion, anorexia, bulimia, which also ties into the self-esteem issue as well. You might have some liver or adrenal dysfunction, fatigue, hepatitis. It has diabetes in here twice on this.
Well, guess what? I have been reading. I've read a couple of articles about solar plexus chakra and that, the emotions that are associated with the solar plexus is where cancer is manifested.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm assuming the heart chakra as well. Excessive worry, that kind of thing. It is there is absolute correlation with an unbalanced solar plexus and cancer.
Yeah, holding on to resentments and stuff.
Yeah, and worry. So that is where I've just been doing a lot of research on Reiki and cancer.
What's a really good affirmation for this? I'll take it. I'll let
I
you
am
have yours.
enough.
I am enough. Yes, absolutely. I can. I will. I am confident. I am powerful. All those affirmations that help with personal power and confidence are really good affirmations for the solar plexus. So
Yeah.
yes. Mm,
That
ready
one
to
got
move on?
me.
What were you wiping your eye with there?
My finger.
Which one?
Good gracious. I didn't know that was going to happen, but it did. So there
Didn't
you go.
grab some tissues? What were you thinking? I'm just kidding. I know, random release,
Yeah.
a joyful
Yeah.
release, I would say. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, it is. The information that I've gotten has been really helpful.
Absolutely. Encouraging for sure.
Yeah.
All right. What's next?
Next is the heart.
Yes. Do you want to go over
That
this
is
one?
associated. Do I want to go over it? I'm wiping my tears. The heart chakra, that is the body's center. Like that is, and it's really strange how in all religions, everything centers around what?
Unconditional love.
Love. And so it it's appropriate for it to be the body center.
And the heart chakra is the color associated with heart chakra is green. Or I've also used pink. Pink is also unconditional love. So any like rose quartz is really good for the heart. Unconditional love. Let's see. Aventurine, which is a green. This is really good for the heart chakra and it attracts abundance.
I have Amazonite.
Yes, so the green Amazonite too. Any stones that are of green color would really be helpful for the heart space to help balance that energy center out.
Yeah.
So with the heart, obviously heart means love, but it also, when it's out of balance, it can mean hatred and resentment towards others, a lack of compassion, a lack of kindness. Maybe you're feeling unforgiveness. This is really big too in the heart space. Out of balance when you have lack of hope, lack of trust, a lack of love. When you feel unlovable, a lot of people surprisingly feel so unlovable because they've gone through some
True.
stuff in their life that just maybe at one point in their life they were told that they're unworthy or they're not worth anything, which is basically the same thing. I know I've heard that growing up, and I felt at one point unlovable, and I had to relearn that reprogram that within my own heart and my own mind. That's
I know,
hard.
yeah, I know somebody that I love very, very dearly went through the same growing up, and it really affects the ability to to love freely.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
You're
are
very
always
guarded.
cautious. You're always very cautious and on guard, like
Yeah. That's
you
the
have
trust
that
thing.
wall. Trust, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So let me see some physical body parts that you might have issues with when you have an imbalance in your heart chakra would be congestive heart failure, heart attack, heart disease, asthma. It's right here in the lungs, lung cancer, bronchial pneumonia, allergies, lung disease, breast cancer, and high blood pressure. Oh, I'm working on that.
Yes, you are.
I'm thinking wellness instead of illness, so
Correct.
that's starting to
We have to start choosing our
Yep.
words a little differently.
Yeah,
And,
for sure.
you and I have talked about shifting perspective.
Very, very important.
So when something feels bad, try to find something good.
Mm-hmm. I start complimenting people randomly. And this is something that I have my kids do at school too. I'm like, find 3 people that are, by themselves or whatever, and start complimenting them. Find 3 people a day and start complimenting them and watch how your self-esteem changes, because you will
Yes,
be one person that people trust and like because you always have something good to say about others. Kindness is free and it should be given freely.
absolutely.
Complimenting and loving people, which brings me to, what is a good affirmation for this?
I love.
Or I am love.
I am love, but I love.
Yes. When I do my sound healing, when we hit the heart chakra, every single time I start tearing up when I say I am love. It's such a powerful affirmation. People will start tearing up as well in the sound bath. I mean, they're like, why? Am I supposed to be crying? I'm like, this is a release, some emotions that are being stirred up. So your energy centers, when you are experiencing a release, you're going to see it in different ways. You might see it in tears. You might feel it in your body. You might be feeling a little off there. And like when I get to which is next to the throat, um, people start coughing in the sound bath because the body is releasing the
With
stagnation.
with Reiki too.
Mm-hmm.
People need to understand that when they have or they feel an emotion, that they need to release it. Emotion is energy in motion.
Yes.
And if you hold it in, you repress the emotions. I mean, we were created to have them. If we weren't supposed to have them, we wouldn't have the ability to do it.
Yep.
So when your heart feels like you need to cry, because that's usually where it comes from.
Yes. Yep.
Cry. It's a release. I've learned that, I'm repressed emotions are not good for the body.
No, because it starts eating at you. And what disease is eating at you?
Cancer.
Yes. So something else I just thought of. So when you're releasing, think about it this way. This is an analogy that I heard once, and that is when the clouds get too heavy, it rains. So that is a time for release, just allow that. When things get too heavy in your life, allow it to escape from your eyes or scream it out in your pillow. Just get it out, wipe it off of you, just too much, wipe it off your shoulders. This is where we carry the weight of the world. So just every time I would get off, when I was my former job, didn't want to bring my work home with me, and I just brush it off everywhere, just and I'd shove it back at work as we drove away. So
yeah,
it works so good, so good.
Yeah.
But
we're often told, programmed, not to cry.
Right.
I mean, even as children, you want me to give you something to cry? You gonna cry? You want me to give you something to cry about? Like,
brush
what?
it off.
Are you kidding?
Brush it off.
Yeah.
Oh, my finger's
Suck it up.
about to fall off my hand, brush it off.
Suck it up was a good one.
Yeah. Yep. Speaking words like that, moving on up to the throat chakra, throat energy center. This is associated with the color blue. So a really good crystal for this would be,
I have lapis lazuli.
Lapis lazuli. This is Celestine. This sits right next to my desk. Actually, it sits right on my shelf here. So pretty when the light hits it just right. But the throat chakra, this is your communication center. So when you're having difficulty communicating, or maybe you're stuttering, maybe you feel like you can't speak your truth, or maybe you can't
you're
express yourself.
and
Yeah, you're
You know?
regurgitating just nasty words.
Yeah,
That's
because
an imbalance. That's overactive. Or when you're talking nonstop and you don't let anyone else talk, that's an overactive throat chakra. And I tell my son that because he
sure.
loves to talk. He's such a sweetheart, but I can only take so much before I start to get mentally and physically drained. I have to walk away. But so some mental and emotional issues would be strength of will, personal expression, following one's dreams, using personal power to create, choice and capacity to make decisions. Um, this is also when you have an imbalance. This is where addiction will reside. Judgment, when you're gossiping about other people, you'll start having issues with your teeth. Your breath will just smell like the gossip that you're spreading out. And you're putting your throat chakra.
Just
So
kidding.
yeah, I know a woman who just always is talking trash, and she's got such a rotten mouth, and her breath is just like, oof.
Oh, you said it on live.
I didn't say who this person was.
Oh,
It's just a
please
person
don't
in my
watch this.
imagination. No, just kidding. What's that?
Please. I said, please don't watch this. I'm just kidding. Watch it.
They're too busy complaining about life. They don't have time to watch this kind of live. So when you have some problems with throat chakra being out of balance, the physical dysfunctions you'll start to go through is maybe you have a raspy voice or a sore throat. You get ulcers in your mouth, gum difficulties, TMJ, stiff neck, scoliosis.
Thyroid.
Yes, thyroid problems, swollen glands for sure. The thyroid and the parathyroid. Physical body parts that it affects: the throat, trachea, neck, vertebrae, mouth, teeth, gums, esophagus, hypothalamus, shoulders, arms, and hands. Huh. Oh, because you express with your hands. I didn't do it. I was very vanilla when I did that.
You're supposed to be at sprinkles.
Sprinkles. Bye. Not today. Not today. Um, so a really good affirmation for the throat chakra would be,
My words matter.
oh yes, I speak my truth.
I speak my truth.
I speak, or just I speak. What I have to say is so important. People are
She
waiting to,
knows.
yeah.
She knows. I got to give some shout outs. So
Please
I
do.
see Maggie is in the chat. I have Mariah, Cindy, Maggie, Crystal, Jessie, Chelsea. I'm so glad y'all are here.
Welcome in, and we hope you're learning something or taking notes, or maybe if you have suggestions like on an affirmation or a crystal that might be associated that you use for this chakra, speak up. I can't see the chat, but Holly can, and she can certainly voice that so I can know what's going on too, because I'm over here in the blind. So yeah. Anything else on the throat chakra? Nope. What's
move.
next?
My favorite.
Your favorite?
My favorite. The third eye chakra.
The center of the forehead. So this is associated with the color indigo, like a deep purplish bluish color. You know, this is I would say this is really good for the third eye chakra because it's carbonundrum. It's got
what?
all those.
Say that again.
Carbonundrum.
Oh man, I
Isn't that
need
just
that because
beautiful?
that is sparkly and beautiful.
Yes.
My
And when I take
favorite
this out in the
after-
sun, the whole crystal glows, and my fingers when I'm holding it, my whole hand glows. So take a look
So
at
we
that. I
have
have a video
somebody
of
in the
that.
chat that is a manifester.
Sweet.
It is already mine. That is her favorite affirmation. That's Crystal.
That is awesome. It's
It
already
is.
mine.
And trust me, she's doing it.
Yay.
She's doing it.
Third eye. Oops, I'm on that. I'm going through my little handy dandy notes. Okay, so your third eye is responsible for your intuition and your imagination, which I believe is the best nation you can possibly live in. I visit more often than I am in the physical.
Yeah.
And when it's overactive, you're gonna experience a lot of paranormal, like overly, just a lot of it.
Labradorite. Mariah says Labradorite.
Yes, that's an amazing one. That's one of my favorites as well. Let's see. It's your pineal gland. This is where the third eye. If you've ever looked at a slice, and I know this sounds gross, when you cut the head in half this way, it looks like there's an actual eye inside the head, and it doesn't actually have the combs and everything like your outer eyes have as well. So this is what is used when you're having your dreams and stuff. This is what helps you. The third eye is what you see through in your dreams. Those images, the visitations that you have, just the visuals.
Your intuition.
Yep. The clairs can come through the third eye.
True.
Let me think what else. Some blocks that you can experience when this is out of alignment is not trusting your intuition or ignoring that voice, ignoring that knowing that you have. Like, I know I shouldn't do this, and then you do the opposite. This creates an imbalance in that area. So some mental and emotional issues that you will experience, self-evaluation, truth, intellectual abilities, feelings of adequacy, openness to the ideas of others, ability to learn from experience, emotional intelligence, and some dysfunctions that you'll have when this is out of alignment. You'll experience maybe brain tumors, hemorrhages, strokes. Oof.
What's wrong?
The girl's father passed away. Sorry.
Oh,
Anyway,
I got you.
it was very blocked, very, very blocked, but not anymore. He communicates very well now on the other side. So you'll have some neurological disturbances, some blindness, some deafness, full spinal difficulties, learning disabilities, seizures, headaches, and blurred vision. Whoops. I'm not wearing glasses.
The third eye is open.
I could see. So this is a really good affirmation for this would be, I see.
And I know.
Yes. Well, I know is for the.
That is for the crown, but I know that
it could be both because your claircognizance is also part of your spiritual abilities, and knowing is part of that as well. So some physical parts that are associated with third eye would be brain, nervous system, eyes, ears, and nose. So there we go.
Yeah.
What's next?
Crown.
And where is that? In case people don't know. Yeah, so kind of like you'd put a crown on your head. It's right there at the top of the head there, above the head there. Now, we're only going to go over like the 7 main energy centers. There are more, but these are the ones that are associated with the body, the physical body. But the crown is associated with the color. Do you know, Holly? So is that clear quartz?
Yes.
So it could be clear, but most, if you actually see like the chakra system, it can be violet or purple as well.
It's the end of the rainbow, like when you're doing the rainbow stuff.
Exactly, yes. So amethyst,
But I don't usually, I usually use.
Yeah, I got some of that too. But yeah, clear or amethyst for sure. This is your connection to the divine. So if you're being extremely dogmatic or religious, sometimes this can help or can cause an imbalance there in the crown energy center. Some mental and emotional issues that you might experience would be the ability to trust life, values, ethics, courage, selflessness, ability to see the larger pattern and picture, faith, inspiration, spirituality, and devotion. This is also your connection to the other side. When you're when you do a past life regression, this is where the information will come in and will feed through from the crown to the third eye. So this is when people come in for an experience with me, we always use the singing bowls, the crystal singing bowls, because that helps open that up. The frequencies itself opens those energy centers up.
And with Reiki, that's how I channel the energy.
Yes. So
through the crown.
Awesome. Yes. Yes.
I mean, it's just a visualization, but that's how I channel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Some things that you might notice when your crown is out of whack is maybe you have some brain fog or depression, or you have some learning difficulties, a lack of connection to the divine. Maybe you are just wanting to cut off, like there's nothing more than just this life and only this life, and there's nothing more afterwards.
Would it be more like closed-minded, not as
Yes.
open-minded as?
Yeah, it's like closing the hatch. Yes.
Right.
No, thank you. Don't want to know that.
Right.
But when you're open-minded, it allows that energy to flow through. So, but yeah, good affirmation for this would be that I know, like you were saying, I am wise. I am connected to the divine. I am connected. I don't know what other.
That's it right there.
Off the top of my head, yeah.
That is it. An interesting article that I read was associating the chakra centers with the life cycle, meaning the root when you were born. Your security comes from your parents when you're a baby, comes from your parents. And then, you get into your teenage years and your sacral chakra, you're associated with your reproductive system. And then it just keeps going up until you get to the wisdom. As you're older, you get to the wisdom. It was very interesting. I like to read.
Me too. I just can't learn fast enough. Just want to suck it up like a sponge.
Yeah.
I just didn't have that desire when I was growing up in school. And I think those that have difficulty growing up in school and having difficulties with getting good grades and stuff is because I think on a deeper level, the soul knows that the information that you're being programmed isn't your truth. I was horrible in school. Even though I have a Ph.D, this was later in life when I actually wanted to pursue that. But it's the Ph.D that I hold in holistic life counseling came from the University of Sedona, which is a very spiritual education. And if you are on your path, you're new to spirituality or just coming through your spiritual awakening, I highly recommend the University of Sedona for your education. They have a doctorate program, and a lot of the stuff is basically you remembering who you are. You learn about different topics, meditation and law of attraction, all those amazing things that you can help teach others to go through. So you basically become the catalyst in other people's growth. When you shine your light, you help ignite it in others.
That's it. Perfect. Yeah. So is there anybody in the chat that has an illness or a condition that they would like to have some information on maybe where it's manifesting in the body and why?
I'm looking at the chat too. I finally logged in on my
Do you?
phone, but yeah.
My phone, my battery's about to go dead, so you're gonna
Uh-oh.
have to take over.
Yeah. I don't see anything new yet, but I did like Jessica's comment that she's soaking up all the information. Me too. You can never get enough, especially when you allow yourself to be open-minded and you start to dissolve that ego, that judgment mind, the conscious mind that puts doubt in your experience. What is that? Holly, you're welcome to
Jessica.
talk about the chakras are out of whack. Aren't we all right now? That's something else we probably should talk about, Holly. What's about to come up here?
So Jessica is a friend of mine that I've known since I was probably about 15. I started doing Reiki on her. She's had some illnesses and things that have happened or that are happening.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm doing Reiki on her from the beach, and she lives let's see, I think you live near Roxborough, maybe.
Did you
It's
say
a
you do
ways
Reiki?
away. It's a ways away.
You do Reiki at the beach, you said?
I'm at the beach. I live at the beach. She
Okay, so
lives, so I do distance Reiki on her.
Gotcha. I thought you meant you actually went to the beach to do these sessions. I'm like, wow, that's
No,
very
I go
powerful.
out. Actually, I do. I go outside. I'm not, I go outside and I take my shoes off, and when I do Reiki on someone, I literally usually outside, and I take my shoes off and I put my feet on the ground. And that's how I ground myself, and I feel, I don't know, the energy feels stronger that way for me.
And Cindy says that you did Reiki over the phone to help her with toothache, and that she'd had for a week, and the pain went away and hasn't returned. That's awesome. Yay, that's never a fun, comfortable thing to experience. So I'm glad it hasn't came back.
Yeah, so Jessica has never had Reiki before. She had never had Reiki done before. And I had her send me a list of her illnesses, and I've got a really cool book that I will look up some of these illnesses, and we will go over. I went over with her, some of the emotions that are associated with these illnesses, and then that gives me a starting point as to how to help her, which chakra it's located in. And so most of her stuff is in the solar plexus chakra, and I want to say the throat chakra. And I think her heart chakra seems to be pretty good, because she's very sweet. I mean, she's very sweet. She doesn't seem shut off. She's not shut off in the heart.
Being brokenhearted also will, like when you've experienced loss, like if you lose a loved one or lose a relationship, that can also throw your heart chakra away.
I have worked on from her throat. I have worked on her from her throat chakra to her sacral chakra. She's a pretty grounded girl. She's
nice.
She seems to be pretty grounded, very level-headed, very smart. But when I'm doing it, I can feel, and my intuition will guide to wherever it needs to go. But the energy usually goes where it needs to.
The energy goes where it needs to.
The energy flows
where it needs to go. Yeah,
energy where it needs to go. The energy flows where it needs to go.
Yeah, you know what I meant.
Yeah. Yeah.
So here we are, almost at the top of the hour.
I know.
Is there anything else that? Yes, there is something else we need to talk about.
Yes, we do.
This 21st is when there is a Mercury retrograde happening, which is going to throw things a little off kilter. If you haven't already experienced it coming in, the 21st is really going to be heavy. So don't think it's you that is the issue. Like if your day is just all going to crap.
That has happened. That has been
Everybody's
happening.
day. I know.
And
It's
what have
because
we
the
called
energy
it?
is coming in. It's what's that?
What have you and I been calling this whole last 2 or 3 weeks?
Shit show.
The shit show.
Yep.
It really has been very heavy.
Yes. But we can look at it now, even though it was chaotic at the moment. Looking back, we make it through every day that we thought we couldn't. Boom.
Yeah,
So
right.
always remember that. Oh my gosh, that was one of the best quotes that I've ever learned, is that, you know, I just forgot what I just said.
Welcome to the
I don't want to say
where
it.
you are.
The shit. So Crystal was like, oh Lord, my yesterday was exhausting. I hope that you're taking naps through this, because the body does need to replenish and regenerate and what's that other word?
Regenerate,
Regenerate,
rejuvenate.
rejuvenate. There you go. Thank you. Yes, for sure. Energy flows where intention goes. Thanks, Mariah. That's it.
Thank you. So the reason we have been experiencing this, Kia, is why? Pre-Mercury retrograde. Is that correct?
Oh, yes. So yeah. So when the energy comes in right before the retrograde, it does create some havoc too, but it's not going to be as extreme as the 21st will be. Right around the Thursday, Friday. Oh, if you could stay home, that would be great, because people on the roads are going to just be kind of like a full moon, but intensified.
Retrograde usually is pretty intense. We don't. I mean, I don't think we have it often, but when it does come about, it's pretty. You get a lot of aggravated and pissed off people.
Mariah's like, my last week, I'm about to hide. Yeah, well, it's hold on, we're not done, and it's gonna last until May.
She really has. No, she is really. You know, you want to talk about shit show? That kid had. She is the. Yeah, she is the talk show host. She's the host of the shit show this week. Bless her heart.
Oh, we love you, Mariah. Sending you lots of love, because I know it's gonna get kind of crazy here. Oh, I want to talk about so much more that we really probably shouldn't, or we'll get banned. So we've had some serious intuitive chats the last few days, Holly and I, and some information is heavy. But just know that whatever crap happens, get excited, because when your world feels like it's falling into piece or falling out of place, it's actually just falling. How does that saying go? When you feel your world feels like it's falling apart, it's actually falling into place. There you go.
Woo. That's it.
It took me a minute. Oh my goodness, Mariah's like, I went into labor with my second during Mercury retrograde.
She sure did.
Oh
Little Miss Ada was born in Mercury retrograde.
Man.
No, I mean Annika. Annika was born.
Annika. I don't remember the day that retrograde ends. It's like mid-May or something.
It's a good little while.
Almost like a month long or something. Let me see if I can pull it up. Thought I saved it, but there it is. So it'll end on the 14th of May. So it's going to be a little bit topsy-turvy over the next few weeks, starting. I mean, if it hasn't already started for you, it'll get intensified. But one of the ways that I look at it is this is an upgrade happening in the body. And the reason why you're feeling so out of whack during the Mercury retrograde is because your body is trying to recalibrate all this new energy coming into the planet. And so things that I have my husband say or what I say to help get through that day that I'm feeling really is I accept the upgrade. And magically your body's like, oh, I know where this energy goes. Boop. And your day gets amazingly better every time I do that. So take notes, try that out yourself if you're feeling kind of out of whack, and see how that works for you.
I think we're going to be just fine. It's going to be a little bumpy, but
get excited because some big stuff is about to happen in the next few months.
Absolutely.
And you won't even, I'm just, get excited. It's not going to be fun for a lot of people. They're going to get really scared of things that are about to happen. But just know that
you're fine.
Right around the corner, bliss is coming. Bliss is coming. That's all I'm going to say.
I just pulled a card for the collective.
Ooh. The magician.
The magician. Mastering unseen forces. Maybe that's energy. Maybe that's energy.
Sorry, I'm choking on myself. How appropriate.
Was that good?
That was perfect.
Is that a good one?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Perfect.
Crystal said, thank you for the warning. Yep.
You're welcome. Be in your bubble.
I'm going to pull one for you, Crystal, because I know you're waiting. That's, I haven't done this in a while for her. I'm going to pull a card for her. Just one, what you need to know right now. Oh.
Drum roll.
Drum roll. Well, I got several. Several flew out.
Goodness.
But I got the Emperor. And that's leadership. And she is a leader in material success. And I know that's what she's needing to hear.
Yay. How many are in the chat?
I don't know. I can't see it anymore.
Hold on. Let me pull it up. Okay.
How many?
So there are 7. You got 7 cards?
You want me to? I'll pull a card for every
one
person.
For everyone.
All right. Okay, Jessica. Let me see. What does Jessie want to hear today? What does Jessie want to know? What does Jessie want to hear?
Oh, Crystal says, love you.
I love her too. Wish Mariah was here.
She is. Oh, you mean in person?
Yeah.
We'll have her come on when she is available too. When her shit show stops.
Well, for Jessie, I got the Queen of Wands. And it represents creativity, prosperity, generosity. I see that. Generosity.
Don't mind me. I'm just over here in Colorado.
Huh?
I'm just sitting over here in Colorado.
What? Yeah. All right. Next person I'm going to pull for is, I can't see.
Pull one for Mariah.
Oh, girl. Let me pull one for Mariah. It's too many. I just want. Thank you.
I'm clearing
Mariah,
cards,
it's a good thing, baby. You got the Fool. This is new beginnings.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome.
New beginnings, girl. New
card.
Beginnings.
You already pulled one for Jessica?
Yep.
Did you pull one for Cindy yet?
Nope, I'm doing Cindy now. Ooh. Hold on. That was too many.
She's like, oh, I don't mind.
Whoever wants a card needs to put something in the chat so we can
Yeah,
know that
so you can be at the bottom there so we can see you. And being that this is our first live, this is a gift to all of you for showing up and supporting us. Because you're amazing.
What is my Cindy's? What is my Cindy's? Oh, there it is. Well, she has a sign, so we're in the cups.
Mariah's like, I knew it.
New beginnings.
Yes.
Okay, so Cindy, I pulled the 6 of Cups, which is emotional renewal, happiness, and harmony.
Aw. Mariah's asking if Maggie's still here. Let's see.
We can't tell. I'm gonna pull one for Maggie so she can go back and read one. You can go
That's a
back
good
and
idea.
do it.
Yeah.
Too many cards. I don't know. It's hard for me to see these cards because they're iridescent.
Mm-hmm.
So is Maggie in the chat? Or does she
I don't
leave?
see her responding, but you said you were going to pull it anyway, so she can come back and watch it later.
I already read yours today, so
Mine. Yes.
Oh, see, Maggie is in Tennessee. Hold on. Okay. Maggie is looking for a job. She just moved to Tennessee. I got the Ace of Pentacles, so it looks like an opportunity is going to come forth for her.
Nice.
For a financial start there.
Yay.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, I had something come over my screen just now. Is there anybody else in there?
It says there's 8, but 1, 2.
Would you like to do the dowsing rod for a minute?
If you want to.
You.
Oh.
Oh, well, we
could just So my husband and I played with the dowsing rods earlier today too, because his came in today, and I'm having a new set or a new dowsing rod come tomorrow. But for those of you who have never seen dowsing rods, these are meant to find water, minerals, any object that you're missing. It's helped me find keys, and they can also answer yes or no questions, which is what I primarily use them for. And it is your own higher self and guides that are assisting in the answering of the questions by what's it called? Went blank. Muscle testing. It's kinesiology. Yeah. So just your higher self, your guides will make slight muscle movements in your body to help with the answering of questions. Some people also ask spirit questions, which they get accurate information from too. But we can certainly do some questions if anyone has any questions that are not extremely personal. that you don't want anyone else.
Okay, I want yes or no questions. Come on. Yes or no questions in the chat for an answer.
So these are what the rods look like. So when you get a yes answer, so you're going to hold your arms as still as possible, and the rods will do they're on a swivel.
Yeah.
Go all around like this. And what happens is when you hold really still, you ask questions like, I'm going to just say, let's have the rods show yes. Yes. So as you see, my hands are not moving, but the rods are going into a cross, which means yes. And a no would indicate outside, like perfect. So, and Holly is doing the same. So we've taken the rods out and asked questions together. We both always get the same exact answer out of our rods.
Mariah said, oh, I love you. We love you too, Cindy.
Love you. Glad you're here.
So Mariah sent Maggie some dowsing rods.
Oh, cool. And Mariah said they helped her find something yesterday that she was looking for.
Yeah.
I had lost a pair of keys when we were selling my daughter's RV and couldn't find it anywhere. And the guy was out there wanting to purchase the RV right then. And we're like, oh my gosh, we don't have any keys to give him. So I decided to take out my rods and ask, where are the keys? And I stood in the kitchen, and all of a sudden the rods just like you're seeing now, they both pointed to the left down into my kitchen. So I started going down in my kitchen. They kept pointing down the hallway, and I kept following the rods. And then down the hallway, they pointed directly at the washer in front of me, just like they did now. And I'm like, how the heck would the keys be in the washer? That is so ridiculous. But I trusted the rods, and I pulled every piece of clothing out. And sure enough, in my husband's
Mariah, ask away. Mariah,
pocket, their keys were. My questions might get you banned. Yeah, probably. Be vanilla.
Somebody needs to ask us a question. A yes or no question. There's like a 20-second delay.
Right.
I'm listening.
Is the moon a hologram?
Is the moon a hologram? I got yeah.
So did I.
Okay. Crystal asked, yesterday someone told me how the next year of my life will look. Were they right? I got no.
Okay, mine's going no too.
No, Crystal.
Don't listen to them.
Jeez, girl.
Mine still wants to say no.
Mine's going no too. It's here in the YouTube.
I'm trying to think of some questions too.
I usually read cards for Crystal. Yeah.
Is she talking about you?
No, she's not talking about me. No.
Okay.
No, she's not talking about me. I don't know who she's talking about. I'm not sure.
Ruh-roh. It sounded so good too. Oh.
Crystal,
how about if it's even better than that?
Okay,
What if it's
watch.
even better?
Okay. Cija. Crystal's life is going to improve over the next year, yes or no? I have yes.
Mine too. Mine too.
All right.
So it's probably even better than what was told to you, just so you know. Believe it and you'll see it.
She knows. She misses talking to me. That's what it is. Yes.
I'm trying to think of questions. So I know, right? I want to know the answers to your questions too, Mariah. Trust me. Write a whole list of them, and we'll just hammer them out one night. If in the vanilla way.
Yeah.
So we don't get banned right out of the start, you know. This one might be okay. Is it better than what was told to me? Ooh, that's good.
There you go, Crystal.
That is a big fat yes.
What is it better than what she
Is
thinks?
it better than what was told? Yes.
Does she need to ask Holly?
That's what well it's for both of us. So you got a yes too? It took a minute for yours, but yes, definitely mine's yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes.
Let's see. Is Mercury retrograde going to be very difficult for us as human beings? Yeah. This one's going to be tough. This one's going to be tough, but I think that when it's over, let's see if the rods will respond. I think that when it's over, we're all going to be so much better off.
My rods were like, you're right on point. You're right on point. Keep talking.
Yeah, same. Oh my goodness.
That crazy little Italian.
Has Crystal found her soulmate? I got yes.
This is the first time I've ever seen.
Is it is it a twin flame?
Okay.
Yes! I knew it. I knew that. I was thinking twin flame. A soulmate is just somebody that comes in and out. They can come in and out. But a twin flame is something different. Has she found her twin flame? Crystal.
Did you put your rods down?
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Has she found her twin flame?
Has Crystal found her twin flame? Yes. Very big yes. Hugging me, yes. Look.
Mariah's like, am I going to finish building my kids' set tomorrow? LOL. Laughy face.
Is Mariah going to finish building the swing set tomorrow? I don't think so.
What was you? Look like yours kind of went to. Oh.
It's yes or no. It's really up to you, dear.
Yeah. And the rod's like, yep, that's right. It's up to her. Okay. Oh, my arms are tired.
These are fun. This is very fun. We have a lot of fun with these in my house because I'll be like, who is the jerk in the room? And it'll go, woo. And it will point to the one that's being the jerk in the room
At that time.
at that moment. Yes, it's true.
It doesn't mean it's always constant.
And then everybody starts laughing except that person.
Of course. Why would you want to laugh at yourself like that? That'd be like, my feelings are hurt. We're going to be on day 3. Oh.
Okay, so what else do we need to let these folks know?
That we will continue to do lives. I'm not able to be live this Thursday. I have a client that cannot do any other day other than Thursday for past life regression. So, and I'm also doing one Friday, but definitely next Tuesday, if you are available to do live.
Okay. I'm gonna start, because we went over the chakra system, I'm gonna start a distance Reiki video for each one of the chakras that I'll upload to YouTube, that when you're feeling a little bit out of balance, you can go and play one to get some balance.
For real.
Yeah.
A nice little gift for humanity.
Yeah.
But yeah, the next time, same time next Tuesday. It's 6 p.m. Mountain Time, 7 p.m. Central Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, which would be 5 p.m. Pacific Time if you're Pacific Time. So, yeah, we're going to try to do this every week. But then if things get shut down for a while, we might have to take a break for a minute.
Yeah.
But I'm going to get so excited about it. Crystal says, you ladies are fantastic. Sending so much love, light, and gratitude for the both of you.
Thank you.
Crystal.
I love you, Crystal. Mwah.
Thank you so much for that. And everyone that is still in the chat, thank you for being a part of this experience tonight. Our first live session on YouTube.
Yes.
The first of many. So
yes, we're gonna have fun.
You've made this amazing for us.
Yep.
And very good contributors to the chat, so we can communicate and answer questions, and hopefully you got something out of it. And those of you watching at a later date, we hope that you get something out of this too. And feel free to reach out if you have questions or anything that you want to chat about or know about. We'll be happy to make a video about that or go live about it.
That's it. We have a 20-second delay, so we have to wait 20 seconds before I can end it.
Okay.
So you guys have a wonderful night, and I will see you soon. If you need me, you know how to get up with me.
We'll end it with this. Clearing it out.